দর্শক, কাতার বিশ্ববিদ্যালয়ে এক অনুষ্ঠানে বক্তব্য রাখছেন প্রধান উপদেষ্টা ডক্টর মোহাম্মদ ইউনূস। আমরা সরাসরি চলে যাচ্ছি সেখানে।
First hit is a miss one. It's not the right one. I turn around, keep trying to get to the right destination. But I must have an image of what the right destination is. If I don't have the image of it in my mind, in my dream, I cannot do anything. So again, I bring another word, dream. It's very important because it's a dream which takes you a particular direction. You are not sure you are going there, but you have to have a dream. Imagination. So I see imagination is a huge power. People will tell you, be practical, be those. Yes, of course you be practical, but at the same time, be a dreamer. Dream is the key of the human beings. If you imagine, you set your direction in that direction. If you imagine, it will happen. If you don't imagine, it will never happen. That's the power of imagination. We do it all the time. We watch science fiction. Science fiction, in the beginning, science fiction was people are dreaming about going to the moon. That was a big dream of human being. It's always there. Can we get there? People laughed at them. How can you get to the moon? Crazy guy. But the guy was the right one. He was imagining. They tried to reach to the moon in many ways, really, practically. Failed every time, but never gave up. On that basis, we made science fiction movies, science fiction articles, science fiction books, all fictions. Still, we have not gone to the moon. Just because we imagine, just because we created fiction, we made it happen. Today, we want to go far away from moon. Moon is just a next door neighbor. This is driving us. What is there? What do we do? Are there gold and diamonds waiting there? Nothing. Maybe just empty, barren land or whatever there is. But imagination is, why should it be there unless we get there? Since it's there, we should be there. So imagination. So I'm encouraging you to imagine. Imagination is the core of human being. So don't ignore that. Collectively, individually, imagine. Imagine about the societies, imagine about today, imagine about tomorrow, imagine about the neighbors, imagine about whatever you want to imagine. Always remember, if you don't imagine, it will not happen. So that's the power. In imagination, you can do anything you want. There's no limit. So if it doesn't cost you anything, if there's no limit to it, why should you be stingy about imagination? Make your mind go as far as you want. Just because you let your imagination go beyond boundaries doesn't mean that it's useless imagination. No imagination is useless. Imagine the most outlandish imagination that you can have so that you can make it your direction, move in that, follow that path to make it happen. What is our imagination about the world today? Do you have a course on that? Does anybody have a course on that? What is our imagination? So sometimes I get so taken up by this idea of imagination. We hold competitions of imagination, particularly among young people, the campuses. Imagine the world that you want to create. And that imagination would be so many words or so many pages. You put it down as a competition. Wilder the imagination, better mark you get. And someone out of the 1,000 participants, someone will get the first prize. Why? Because her or his imagination is so wild and so fancy, so attractive. We chose that competitor the first prize. Encouraging imagination. That imagination, now you exercise, you try your imagination yourself. Just imagine. Write fictions. Only thing I remind, the science fiction is a very known procedure. You do that, you can write your own science fiction. I'm encouraging writing social fiction. Science fiction is known. You do what we do. Science comes, you develop something and get something done by that. But nobody has social fiction. Social fiction is what kind of world as human beings we would like to have together. What will be the interaction with each other? What is it collectively we want for us? What kind of business world, what kind of economic world, what kind of political world? Everything is imagination. You don't have to look at what they do every day. You look what you are thinking in an imaginary world. Because if you imagine, that social system will emerge. Because everybody say, hey, this is a good idea. Let's do it, let's try it. So I'm emphasizing social fiction. What was the imagination that I was trying to let people know? That's what you've shown the book here, World of Three Zeros. That's an imagination.